Hello fellow patriots. If you found this video, then no doubt you have some interest in the truth about our government and income taxes. And I'm sure that we'll all agree that something is not quite right with the system we're living in. I often ask myself how it's possible that so much of what we work for is legally taken from us by bureaucrats and government. How does this make sense if we are to believe we're living in a free country? Well, I for one do not believe this is what freedom looks like. The main reason I'm making this video is because I have realized that one man's freedom is easily taken if he is surrounded by those who do not know how to be free. I need my fellow Americans to rise with me, or all is lost. I'm going to share with you a bit about myself and my experiences regarding the income tax laws as they're written and intended to be enforced, versus the income tax laws as falsely presented by agencies of government, particularly the IRS and state taxing agencies. My name is Julian Spyer, and my lack of trust with the government began during my time in the Air Force. I enlisted at the age of 19 years old with the intention of a long career as an officer. By my second year in, I realized that the military was not what I thought it was, and I knew that I could not re-enlist after my initial 4 years was up. I had seen how military budgets were inflated to justify getting more money the following year, and how reasonable ideas to save money were never implemented as the purpose was to continually increase our budget and not be fiscally responsible. This left such a bad taste in my mouth that I knew in my heart I could not in good faith be part of this fiasco. My military experience was my first experience with how big government and big business collude. Since that time, more than 20 years ago, I have learned much about myself and the world around me. I have worked many jobs, mostly sales, from selling cell phones to employee insurance and real estate, to running kids programs for at-risk youths both after school and summer camps. Currently, I am a private investor in stock and cryptocurrency markets. Since my time spent in the military, I have dedicated myself to better understanding what is going on in our world, specifically the role of politics, fiscal policies, and sovereignty law. What I have found is that the politics is a game of power, and those in power will demonize any subject which they feel reveals too much truth to the masses. Fast forward to 2014, when a good friend of one of my teachers gifted me Peter Hendrickson's book, Cracking the Code. This was a monumental moment in my life, where once I was blind, now I can see. Peter cleared my vision with the truth, which I was able to easily verify for myself with a few dictionaries and the IRS tax code, U.S. Code Title 26. I thought to myself, leave it to bureaucrats to take what was simple and straightforward and twist it to appear confusing and seemingly insurmountable. Once you become aware of this fact, it is not hard to see the great lengths these bureaucrats will go to keep people relying on their so-called experts, rather than see for themselves the truth in any matter. Pete's book reveals some powerful truths that are undeniable and have changed my life, as well as the lives of thousands of others for the better. So in 2014, after thoroughly reading and verifying this new information, I went to work preparing and submitting my educated returns to the IRS. A full year went by, and I was preparing my 2015 educated return when I received my first response from the IRS. They were suggesting that my 2014 return was unacceptable and that I was being charged penalties and fees in addition to the taxes being demanded. My wife is the one who first received the notice and was extremely worried, which gave me a good measure of anxiety. However, I did anticipate their contention and continued on with a response based on proper standing and authority. I pointed out their lack of support for their claims and how their arguments were meritless. Within 3 months, I received a notice requesting 60 more days to review my response, and within 30 days, I received a final notice stating we had owed $0 for 2014. This was a huge victory for us, which gave me the confidence to continue down this path. Since that time up until 2018, we have received all of our withholdings back, to include Social Security, Medicare, and federal withholdings. All of it back. I'm currently in communication with the IRS for 2019, which they are putting up some fight, yet they are not able to support any of their claims as usual. So I intend to press on and hold them accountable to the letter of the law. I will not be giving up, as I know I stand on the truth and have the gamesmanship to not leave the battlefield first. Another reason I'm making this video is to show that average people like myself have the ability to stand up against tyranny and change their lives and this country for the better. My wish is for all people who hear me now to draw a line in the sand and decide enough is enough, to stop accepting what the government is willing to give them, but rather give the government what is rightfully it deserves, which is a self-educated population of free men and women willing to hold our so-called representatives accountable to us, the people, and the law of the land as memorialized in our Constitution. I would like to thank Peter and Doreen Hendrickson for their considerable contributions and immense sacrifices in bringing this truth to the people. God bless you both. And God bless all of you who would stand up for what is true and correct, because now more than ever, America needs its patriots to rise up and protect our sacred heritage of freedom. That was my mouse. These are two of the checks that I've received from the IRS. This one right here, I'm going to remove my address. This one right here is for $7,700. And it also has $431 worth of interest because they took a long time to get it back to me. This one's for 2016. In 2016, I was mostly a 1099. So therefore, it was very little money coming back, but they declared that I owed zero in taxes. With that being said, thank you so much for your time. It is very appreciated. And once again, Peter, thank you for all you do. It's much appreciated. Thank you so much. And God bless you all.